Hey YouTube, my name is Claudia Marie and today I'm going to be doing a to get rid off with we are going to prime the skin. And today I'm just going to be using my favorite products, which I'm using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. It'll show up. There you go. If any will come out. Too much came out. Anyways, I'm putting that all over my face. Specifically in the T-zone. Also, I hope you guys enjoyed my last video. I watched it and I noticed that in a part of it, it kind of like got laggy and everything. So I am sorry about that. I hope that doesn't like draw people away that happened. But yeah, it did. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, now that primer is done, I'm moving on to foundation, and I'm using the same one I used in my last video, which is the Maybelline 24-Hour Foundation. And I just ordered the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which I'm super excited about. And I also ordered a new blender. I don't like to call it a beauty blender, because I mean, Beauty Blender is a brand, you know? So, sponge blender, whatever you want to call it. And I changed up my setup because I was noticing that it wasn't very like organized and everything, and plus the lighting was really bad, so I apologize for that. It is like my first time ever like going in front of a camera, so I get like really nervous and everything, so I kind of have stage fright. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know it only got like a couple views, but it's whatever. Also, I thought I would tell you guys a little bit about myself. Well, first, I am 18 years old. And I just graduated. I am from Wisconsin, which you guys can probably tell because they always say people with Wisconsin have an accent, but I don't really see it. But yeah, so not much has been going on. I do have an Instagram, which is Claudia Marie Makeup. And I'm in the process of trying to figure out how to like get that Snapchat thing so like everyone can add me, but like it's not, I don't get the notifications all the time. So I'm trying to figure that out, because I want you guys to be able to like interact with me and everything, so we'll get that done eventually. Also, if you didn't notice, I am very, very pale. Like, this looks darker than my, like, chest, which is weird. Like, I don't know. And, yeah, so this is just going to be a get ready with me. Okay, I kind of skipped through some of that. So, now that we are done with foundation, we're going to move on to concealer. My favorite is the Tarte Shape Tape. You know, nothing new compared to everybody else, but I like to just like apply it kind of like in a circle, like around my eyes. Like, I go in a circle, I don't necessarily go in a triangle, and I am using this to prime my eyes, which I usually do every day. Or not every day, I don't wear makeup every day. Oh, another thing about me is I work at a Wisconsin based like grocery store, like it's only in Wisconsin, and it's called Festival. There's like a bunch in Wisconsin, so I feel comfortable sharing that with you guys. Also, one thing you should know about me is I am like a very private person. Like, I don't like sharing a lot about me, because especially on the internet, because you never know who's watching and everything. So if I seem kind of like hesitant, it's because I am. I'm really sorry about that, guys. But for the most part, I'll get more comfortable and everything, and then tell you guys like stuff more about me. But yeah. And always make sure you get in the creases of your nose, because if you don't, it'll cake up. And that's like, I see a lot of YouTubers that don't really show that to you guys. So I was like, why not? Also, I'm watching the cutest little YouTuber ever. Like, she is so young and everything, and like, I'm 18 and I don't mean it to sound like weird or anything, but she is so adorable. Like, it's unbelievable. So yeah, I just wanted to share that because yeah, I do watch YouTube a lot. It's like, if I'm not filming or at work, I'm watching YouTube. I love watching YouTube. Okay, next I'm using this MUA brush, and this is the contour slash highlighter brush. I use this part for powder sometimes, and then tap off the excess. And then I like to put it underneath my eyes. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have like the most prominent freckles in the world. Like, I don't know if you can tell because my camera sucks. It's not even a camera, it's an iPhone. So yeah. Anyways, I'll just powder real quick. I go all over my face, you know the drill with that. So everybody, I think at least everybody who's into makeup kind of knows that. So I'll pause this and then I'll come back. Okay, so as you can tell, I have a lot of powder on my shirt. So yeah, I like to go in with my eyebrows next, because as you can tell, I have like, well, I have eyebrows, but they're like really light. So I really like to draw them on, not just fill them in, because my shape kind of sucks too. I have my dad's eyebrows, which, no shade to him, but they can get very thick, but they're very light. Like, I pluck them very thin and then try to shape them out, because they're just like, they would go like straight, like through here, and then like it has no arch to them, and that kind of annoys me. But yeah, so how I like to do my eyebrows is I start about here and then flick them like out like that. I don't know if that kind of helps anybody. I'll get better at this, I promise. So yeah, I'm just going to fill them in. Also, I love this eyebrow stuff. It's by Ardell, and it's just really creamy. Like, look at this. Like, it's just like, that's like barely pressing. Here's if I were to press hard. It makes like a thicker line right there. So yeah, and that's just makeup, by the way, because I was testing out what lip color I wanted to use. So yeah. And I do the same on the other eye. Also, brows are like my least favorite part about doing my makeup. Okay, sorry about that. I dropped my eyebrow pencil on the floor. I do have a different technique, I guess, for doing my eyebrows. I don't really, when I do them, I'm not focused on making them look natural. I'm focused on making them look like really like full and dark, I guess. So what I do is I just put a line underneath my eyebrow and then brush the hairs up in the front. And I do that in the front of my brow. I'll show you closer. So I do a line, and then I take the spoolie and I brush up. And that's how you're going to get the most natural looking brow, in the front at least, because I do not do my brows very natural, as you can probably tell. But yeah, That's how I like doing them. I never cut them out with concealer because I feel like that just makes them look like, I don't know, to me it just looks a little weird. So, yeah. Next, I am going to bronze my face, and I'm just going to use this brush from the MUA. It's the other side of the powder brush that I used. This, and it's kind of messed up on the sides here, but oh well. And I am using the butter bronzer today because I have like 2 bronzers and that's about it. Well, I have more than that, but I only use these 2. And again, I like to take it from my ear down. Also, even though I'm 18, I still live with my parents. And the reason I started a YouTube channel is because, for one, I like to teach about makeup, and it's like one of my biggest passions. And for 2, I figure like I want to be like known for something. Not like famous, but I want people to know about me, like, cuz I feel, in my opinion, that I'm a pretty decent person. And I have made mistakes in the past. Sorry, that was my cat. But who hasn't, you know? Who hasn't made mistakes? And I have seen a lot of controversy, or, you know, like, people bringing up other people's past, and, I mean, especially with, like, famous people. But, I mean, are we any different? That's what I'm trying to say, is, like, are we any different than them? Like, yes, some people have, like, done some horrible things, like, and that they shouldn't be, like, forgiven for those, or they should, but everybody makes mistakes is what I'm pretty much trying to say. But just don't hold it against people that have changed, you know? There's just a thought. That's just my opinion, though, so please don't come for me. Okay, next what we are going to do is blush. And I'm using that same Kenzie brush that I got at TJ Maxx. And I'm using an Ulta Beauty palette, which is broken. It looks like this. As you can tell, this one's broken. Hold on. Will it even show? There we go. Okay, and I take the darker shade and tap it off, and then sweep it onto my cheeks. And I kind of like to smile to kind of get where the feel is of where I'm going to put it. I might go in with like a deeper bronzer because I feel like it just looks like blush right now. Like that's all that's on my face. So I'm just going to blend it out. I actually might use the powder brush that I used to blend it out. I feel like that's going to like smooth it out a little bit. That looks so harsh on camera, doesn't it? Anyways, I'm going to go back in with the bronzer, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and really swirl in here. There we go, that looks a little better. Also, if you want to start like a YouTube channel, my recommendations is to, first of all, you need to I will cut that out, but first of all, what you need to do is you need to be yourself, because that's what I've been doing. And so far I have like 5 subscribers and I started 2 days ago, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed to me already. I really appreciate it. I could cry. Like, seriously. My eyes are watering. I don't know why. Okay, anyways, let's get into the makeup again. And for today, I'm using the Tartist Pro palette by Tarte. And I'm going into the shade Innocent. And this has like a lot of kickback. And then taking that into my crease. Also, if you're viewing this, tell me what I should film because I am completely lost at what to film. So if you guys could help me out with that, that'd be really appreciated. Oh, and my Instagram, I was talking about that before, is Claudia Marie Makeup. And I also have a Facebook page, which is like, I think it's facebook.com/Claudia Marie Makeup maybe. I think that's what it is, but I have it linked to my Instagram. So if you ever want to like check it out, go ahead. Oh, the reason I rest my hand on my face a lot is because I have a tremor in my hand. And it's kind of hard to like really like blend the eyeshadows without like resting it on my hand, because I'll show you, like my hands shake a lot. And so I try to get it to work. Sometimes it works without it, like without resting it on my hand, without, let me focus. Okay, without resting it on my hand, but other times it's just, it doesn't work. And it gets like really wonky and everything. So yeah, I kind of want to do a purple look today. So I think I'm going to go into, oh, I use the shade Whimsy too. And I'm going into No Filter right now. And putting that in the crease. And this is going to be more of a darker look, because I'm more for darker looks. And I make a lot of weird faces while doing my makeup because I like to see kind of how it looks in like all angles. And I make the duck face a lot. Okay, anyways, I went into No Filter. Now I'm going into Drama. And I'm using the same brush because I'm lazy to change it. And I cleaned my brushes anyways today. So yeah. Also, I'm really sorry if you can't see exactly what I'm doing. It's because I have to rest my hand on my face. And I feel really bad that I had to do that. Like, and then you guys can't see. But soon enough I'll get a good camera and a tripod. And I'll be able to put it above me so that you can really see what I'm doing. Hopefully. I did get paid on Friday, the 18th, I believe. And it was pretty decent. Like, I got stuff done. I got I think I mentioned it, but like I said, I got the Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which is super colorful, and I plan on, like, I don't have a lot of colorful eyeshadows like that are matte, so I'm really, really excited to get that. Like, you guys have no idea. Okay, next I'm going into the shade Vamp, and I'm taking that on only the outer corner. Well, not only the outer corner, I'm also putting it into my crease, but I started on the outer corner. And this is what it should start to look like. It's kind of dark, but I like dark eye looks a lot. And for now, I think I'm gonna cut my crease with some concealer. Okay, I found it. And I'm putting a little bit on the back of my hand. Gosh, this is almost out. You can tell because, like, I can't see if anything's in there. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. And I like to use, I don't like to pack on the concealer. I like kind of swipe it, as I feel like that's the fastest way to do it. And then I just blend it out, because like if you put such a stark color on your lid. Yes, it makes the pigment pop, but it's gonna make it kind of look a little cakey. That's just what I noticed with my eyes. I don't know if anybody else has that issue, but I did. So maybe it's just like the powder I'm using, because sometimes the powder I use can get a little cakey, but I don't have any other powder, so rip. Okay, and I did kind of a half cut crease. So next I'm going, I think if the Juvia's Place palette has a color that I want to use, I'm just swatching it on my arm to see what would work, because I kind of want to do like a purple look, but I also want to incorporate some red into it. So I think I'm gonna do that. We'll see how it looks. And I'm just going to take a brush like this. This came from the Urban Decay palette, and spray it with some setting spray. And go into the shade Bororo, or Bororo, maybe. I don't know, but it's this red shade in the Juvia's Place Saharan palette. And I'm going to place that and see what it looks like. That actually doesn't look too bad. Just had to deepen up the outer corner a little bit. And that's kind of what it should look like. I like this eye a lot better. But I'm going to take the other side of this brush that's from the Naked 2 palette, and I'm going into Chad from the Saharan palette, and kind of blending that out. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Okay. And don't worry, I'll blend this eye a little bit more, but I'm just going a little bit above into the crease. And then I'm going back in with a clean blending brush and blending that out. Okay, next I'm going to spray my brush with a little bit more setting spray and go into that red shade from the Saharan palette. Oh, and that black was also from the Saharan palette. There is one in the Tarte Pro palette, and if you want, you can use this color right here for the lid. I was going to use that, but I want a little bit of red in my look, so I did that. Okay, next I have a little bit of fallout, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a brush like this. This is the Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm sweeping it away. And I do have a little bit of color there. Okay. Next is the lower lash line, and for that I'm using the e.l.f. Professional Defining Eye Brush. Right? I think that's what it says. I don't know, but it just looks like this. Very nice, I guess. And I'm going to go in with the shade Soak Odo. I think that's what it's called. And I'm running that under my lash line, and that's really gonna like make it pop. Like, Juvia's Place palette eyeshadows are really nice. Like, and you can probably tell, like, look at that. Like, that's 2 layers. And then I'm going to take the black called Chad again. and then just deepen it up in the outer corner. And connect it to the outer part of my eye. And I like to do eyeliner a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put eyeliner on. Wow, that is really black. What I'm going to do next is setting spray. And I'm using the same one I use for my brushes, which is the Ulta Beauty Matte Setting Spray. Which is almost gone, sadly. And what I like to do is, since it like gives me a little bit of lines under my, I'm just going to pat it in. Should look something like that. And I did forget highlighter, so I'm going to go in with that Ulta Beauty palette again and use the highlighter that's in it. This one, it does look a little dark for me, but it works, I think. Yeah, it does. And that just gives you like a really nice glow, especially if you put it on after setting spray. I learned that from my mom. She taught me that. Also, another thing is, funny enough, my mom and I love makeup. Like, you see like other beauty gurus and their parents or their mom or dad, or you know, sometimes they have like a dad that's into makeup or a mom that's into makeup and they don't really know a lot about it. But my mom, she has the Jaclyn Hill palette, she has Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, she knows like everything. It's so cool. Anyways, I am going to go in with some eyeliner, or not eyeliner, mascara. I'll be right back. I had to grab it. Oh no, it's right here. I'm using the Total Temptation by Maybelline, which a lot of people don't like, but I love. It doesn't, it's nice, but it kind of is dried out right now. And today I'm going to put mascara all on my bottom lashes. Because it's going to give me a more darker look, I guess. And then I'm going in with an eyeliner, which is by Maybelline. It is the Lasting Drama Waterproof Gel Pencil in Sleek Onyx, I think that's the name of it. It's the darkest shade, I guess. And I'm putting that in my waterline. And I kind of like to bring it all the way in and then connect it to the upper liner. So yeah, next what I'm going to do is I'm going in with this purple liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Amore, and I'm just going to apply it. Alright, and then there you have it. This is the finished look. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. I honestly do really like it. Like, the eyes look so cool. And this will dry down matte, by the way, in case you're wondering if it's a gloss or not. But it does dry down matte, and I love it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell notification thing. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!